Hello everyone, this is Star English and I'm your host, Stephen Revere. Thanks for joining us today. Do you enjoy what you do? Are you happy with what you're doing? Or are you sometimes going, geez, I'm sick to death of this. It's driving me crazy. Remember that you need to learn to do things that you enjoy, because you will learn much faster if you do things that you enjoy. It's called 내적 동기, intrinsic motivation. It is always very powerful to use intrinsic motivation to motivate yourself. If you enjoy what you're doing, you will learn more. And the same goes for learning English. Do things you enjoy. Do you enjoy cooking? Good, because today we have a chef who's going to help us out on Star English. Let's get started with our lesson. And now for some trivia, ladies and gentlemen. You know, the very top chef, the one who's the top of the restaurant, the head chef, what do they call them? They call him an executive chef. Then, what's underneath? The assistant to the executive chef? The sous chef is also a very high-level chef. But what do you call someone who's just getting started? Someone at the bottom, you call them a tournament. A tournament is, you have to spend a lot of time to become an executive chef. So you have to spend many years as a tournament, then many years as a sous chef, and then if you're good, you can become the executive chef. And today, we have someone who has spent a lot of years becoming a chef herself. Let's go say hi to An Se-kyung.
Just like plants and bugs. Now I'm caught up in a tangle web. All the things you said about, like a full of sharp clouds. I don't care what they say. And now it's clear that all of it was make-believe.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Very well, very well. Nice to meet you. It's Miss An, right? Se-kyung.
Yes.
Okay. And so your name is Se-kyung. Do you have an English nickname?
No, I don't have an English nickname, but I have a kind of nickname.
You have a kind of nickname.
네.
So you don't have an English name, but you have a kind of nickname. What's your nickname? Should I call you your nickname or?
No.
No.
Just call me Se-kyung.
Just call you Se-kyung.
Yes, but I'll tell you later.
You'll tell me later about the nickname?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can't tell me now.
Yes, it's, when I work at the restaurant in New York City, the chef is French, so
Right.
he couldn't pronounce my name. So he asked me several times, what is your name again? And then he finally decided to call me C'est quoi, which is like, what is this? Something like that in French. Yeah.
C'est quoi? Okay, so that means what is this?
Yes.
In French, and that was closest he could get to Se-kyung.
Yes, right.
So he remembered that, and that was all he called
So
you.
everybody called me C'est quoi.
And this was your teacher?
My chef.
Your chef, the head chef?
Yes.
Lead chef in your kitchen?
Yeah.
Aha. And what were you doing at that time? What restaurant was that?
It's called the Café Bleu.
Café
Bleu.
Bleu.
Yes, it's owned by
Sounds
Chef
like a French name too.
Yes, it's owned by Chef Daniel Bleu.
Okay.
So that is one of his restaurants in New York.
Okay. Okay. Well, tell us a little bit about how you became a chef and when you started studying culinary arts, as they call them, right?
Yes, after I graduated my college in Korea, I decided to go to the culinary school, which is called CIA, the Culinary Institute of America.
Very famous.
Yes.
Very famous culinary school in America.
Yes, for 2 years after the school, I worked called the Café Bleu in New York City. And something else called the Jojo restaurant. After that, so I spent like 3 years over there as a cook, and I came back here 2008, and since 2008, I've been teaching the Korean cuisine to the foreigners, and the Western cuisine or dessert to the Korean people.
Okay. So, how old were you? You must have been very young when you went to CIA?
No, I was 26 years old.
26 years old. So you graduated from school. Were you doing something else in between? What was your original major in?
Major is food and nutrition.
In university.
But I went to Japan for language school, and exchange student for a year.
Okay.
Yeah, so I graduated a little bit later.
A little later. So you're trilingual then. Do you speak 3 languages? You speak some Japanese too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you speak Korean. 한국말
of
조금
course.
하시죠?
조금 할 수 있어요.
조금 할 수 있어요. 오케이, 다행이에요. 뭘 걸리면은 또 한국말 하게 되니까 I have to know that you can speak some Korean.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, in between that gap, did you work for a little while, or did you just go straight? You finished university, went straight to CIA.
I straight went to CIA.
Okay. And what was your experience like at CIA? What did you think of? How was school studying there?
Oh, it was really hard.
Yeah.
More than I expected.
Really?
Because it's like 5 days per week.
Yeah.
And it's starting from 6 a.m. and finish around like 3 p.m. And every 3 weeks, we change the curriculum, which is like Asian cuisine to the Europe cuisine, or wine, or mathematics, or product knowledge, something like that.
Right.
So every week, I remember we had to take a test and everyday homework, and it was really hard. But the most hardest thing was language problem.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I skipped the language school. So most of our students took the language program for a year at least, but I just went straight from Korea. So I thought it's just what I'm doing is just cooking, but it's kind of a group and I have to communicate.
Sure.
Yeah, so it was really difficult for the beginning.
Yeah, but you end up learning very quickly because it's the same vocabulary and words and phrases again and again, isn't it?
No, because for the school is totally 2 years. But between like after 7 or 6 months